Welcome. This question says an electron moves through a uniform 8 microtesla magnetic field at a constant speed. The path of the electron is perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field. The electron forms a circle that has a 5 millimeter radius. How fast was the electron moving? So here we have our electron, and it's traveling with a certain velocity sideways is the mass of the electron. And what we get is, because of the charged particle moving in a magnetic field, we get a sideways force, and the force is always perpendicular to the direction of motion, and so we get a centripetal situation where we get circular motion. So we have the force, and this is our force caused by the magnetic field on a charged particle. And so we need to think about, so we need to write down a few more things actually. We need our radius here. We have our mass, we have our force, we need our radius there. So then let's just get a principle. What's linking these things? And the first thing that comes to mind is that the force due to a magnetic field, charged particle moving through a magnetic field, is equal to Q V crossed with B, where V is the velocity and B is the magnetic field. And if I write that out, this is Q times the magnitude of V times the magnitude of B times the sine of the angle between them. And it says that the electron is perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field. So we know that that's 90 degrees. So that equals 90 degrees, and the sine of 90 equals 1. So let's write that down. So F is equal to QV times B. And we also know that centripetal force is equal to mv squared over r. Now remember, centripetal force is a debt, and so you don't get centripetal force because you move in a circle. You need centripetal force to move in a circle. And so this centripetal force has been paid for by that I keep saying gravitational, that magnetic force. So then we say, okay, well, these guys must be equal. What we owe is what we pay. So we say, well, Q V B must equal mv squared over r. And so V must equal, it's going to be Q BR over M. So let's put some numbers in. So first of all, so V is equal to our Q, and if we don't know it, we can look it up. 1.6 times 10 to the minus 19 coulombs. And then our B, well, we're told our B is 8 microtesla, and of course micro is 10 to the minus 6. And then we have our R, and 5 millimeters is of course 5 times 10 to the minus 3. And that's going to be divided by our mass. And if we don't know it, we can look up that the mass is 9 times 10 to the minus 31 kilograms for an electron. And so the rest is calculator. So I go 1.6 second EE to the minus 19. And then I multiply that by 8 second EE to the minus 6. Enter. And then I multiply that by 5 second EE to the minus 3. Enter. And then I divide that whole shebang by 9 second EE to the minus 31. And the answer I'm getting is V is equal to 7,111 meters per second. So there we have it. I like this question because it takes something that we've just learned, which is the F equals Q V cross B, and it takes something we did in Physics 1, which was FC equals M V squared over R. And just from those two pieces of knowledge with some visualization, I can make an equation that I don't know, which is V equals QB R over M. I don't need to learn this equation. I can derive it anytime I want it. So there we have it, a nice little question.